Okay, everybody, we are back with another The Wheel Picks My May TBR. I think it is crazy that we are in the month of May. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like May just isn't real sometimes. You know, I feel like end of April and then all of May just is not real, right? Like, I don't know, May just it just never feels real to me when I'm in it. I feel like I can never remember anything from May ever in my life. The color I picked this month are like pastel yellows and pastel oranges. I think it is so cute. I feel like this definitely feels like May colors. Also though, this feels like June colors. So if you see this colorway on June's wheel, or maybe I'll do sticky notes then. I don't know, who knows. But I feel like this video just kind of like crept up on me. So I'm going to have the wheel pick them out because it's so much easier and faster to put them on the wheel than to put sticky notes in a jar. Also, I think I might have done pretty well on my physical TBR from last month. So if you saw that video, here's the books that I picked from last month. And then here's all the books that I finished. So was it a good reading month? I genuinely cannot remember. You tell me. We are going to start this. I have a few on here that I do want to have a reading vlog in May. I have an idea of. I don't know though, because I've had like two or three reading vlog ideas that have just fallen so short and I have just not done them. I feel like Project Hail Mary really put me in a reading slump, unfortunately. ACOTAR is slowly taking me out of my reading slump because I'm doing a reread of ACOTAR right now. I am on A Court of Mist and Fury, and Rysan is teaching Favorite how to read right now. So I am slowly getting out of my reading slump, but like everything else, I'm just like, I don't care to read right now, which is crazy, but that's life. So here we go with our first spin. Are we ready? What's it gonna be? This is so exciting. It's low-key like gambling. I'm not gonna hold you. Feeding the Soul. Okay, so this goes along with a reading vlog I want to get to in the month of May. Feeding the Soul by Tabitha Brown. Taking the course called Life, honey, and you'll find out how much meaning is in everything you've ever done. Every single thing you do has purpose, okay? I'm a witness to the fact that when you get a chance to look back at all that's happened, you'll see how everything you wondered about, were afraid of, or didn't understand was actually lining up like a perfect puzzle. So when people ask me, girl, what did you do to be blessed like this? I just tell them I was out here living, working hard, being truthful, and sharing my story. That's really all I did. My soul woke up, realized that I was enough, and decided that everything I ever needed lived right inside me. So let me tell you the same truth. Everything you need is right there inside you. Let your life launch you into your destiny. If you don't know who Tabitha Brown is, you're probably living under a rock. She is a vegan. She's a vegan. She was very big during COVID times, like with her videos she made with her husband, her cooking videos, her inspirational videos that she made. I feel like she went viral a few times during COVID, and now she has a book, and she also has like a line in Target as well of like notebooks and cooking stuff and stationery and stuff like that. Pick number 2. That was so crazy. Continue a romance series. That's a good one. What romance series am I in the middle of though? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm picking this one because I'm obsessed with this series right now. The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I read The Deal last month. Absolutely ate it up. Ate it right up. Left no crumbs. The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. This book, I hope, is just as good as The Deal, if not better. I am so set for the Amazon Prime Video series that's going to come out in the end of May. I think it's going to be the end of May or beginning of June, or end of June. I don't really know when it is, but it's going to rock everybody's world. Hopefully it's gonna take over just like The Summer I Turned Pretty took over, because I love this series. Have I only read book 1? Yes. But now I'm gonna read book 2. So look at that. Look at that. This is my next book. For those of you who don't know what the series is about, it's basically about this college, and it follows these 4 hockey boys. They're all friends, they're all on the same team, and it follows them falling in love with like a different person. So last book we had Garrett, we had Grant. What was his name? I love this book so much. Does not remember the name. We had Hannah and Garrett. Hannah and Grant. I always forget his name. Hannah and Garrett. We had Hannah and Garrett. And now we have Grace and Logan. Okay. Okay. I'm so excited. He's a player in more ways than one. College junior John Logan can get any girl he wants. For this hockey star, life is a parade of parties and hookups, but behind his killer grins and easygoing charm, he hides growing despair about the dead-end road he'll be forced to walk after graduation. A sexy encounter with freshman Grace Ivers is just the distraction he needs. But when a thoughtless mistake pushes her away, Logan plans to spend his final year proving to her that he's worth a second chance. Wow. We've seen Logan from the first book. I think Logan was low-key in love with our main girl in the first book, Hannah. And now, yep. So now this is his story. All right, pick number 3. A thriller pick. Listen, I've been wanting to read a thriller for so long. And you know what I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick The Island by Natasha Preston, because I feel like this book will get me out of a reading slump, because it is a very, like, I guess you could describe it as like a popcorn book. It's just, it goes by so fast. It's like a Freida McFadden book, how like the writing is just so easy to digest. You are on the edge of your seat. You want to know what happens, so you just want to read it, and you want to know what happens, basically. Jagged Island, a private amusement park for the very rich or the very influential. Liam, James, Will, Ava, Harper, and Paisley, social media influencers with millions of followers, have been invited for an exclusive weekend before the park opens. They'll create posts and videos for their channels and report every second of their VIP treatment. When the teens arrive, they're stunned. The resort is even better than they imagined. Their hotel rooms are unreal, the park's themed rides are incredible, and the island is hauntingly beautiful. Their jam-packed schedule seems to cover every moment of their visit, but soon they realize that something's missing: getting off the island alive. Whoa, sounds crazy. That actually sounds pretty interesting. Like influencers on an island that are like, they're like, oh my god guys, look at us, we're on an island and we're getting murdered. That was pick number 3. Usually I do 10. I really don't know what day this video is gonna go up, because normally I tell you guys my pick for normally I tell you guys my pick for my book club and my pick for the month. This is crazy. What month is it? I picked out 12 books I want to read in 2026. And this is the book I'm going to read this month for my 12 books in 2026. So that's the book I'm reading. And normally I also say the book I'm reading for my book club, but we haven't picked that out yet because we are meeting on Saturday. And I think this video is going to go up Saturday morning and we're meeting Saturday afternoon. So I don't know. So, but I will tell you, right, we normally do 2 books at a time. One is a series that we just like continue throughout the time until like we're done with it. And then one is like a standalone book. So I will tell you, the series we're reading right now is The Hunger Games, and the book we're going to read is the 3rd book in The Hunger Games, Mockingjay. So I will tell you that I do know. So there you go. This is our 5th pick. So we're about to do pick number 6. And normally I do 10 picks to give myself some variety, to give myself some, you know, just variety basically. All right, ready? Pick number 6. Finding Me. This is another book I want to read for a vlog. This is Viola Davis's memoir. Love Viola Davis. Love her girl. It says, in my book, you will meet a little girl named Viola who ran from her past until she made a life-changing decision to stop running forever. This is my story from a crumbling apartment in Central Falls, Rhode Island, to the stage in New York City and beyond. This is the path I took to finding my purpose, but also my voice in a world that didn't always see me. As I wrote Finding Me, my eyes were open to the truth of how our stories are often not given close examination. We are forced to reinvent them to fit into a crazy, competitive, judgmental world. So I wrote this for anyone running through life untethered, desperate and clawing their way through murky memories, trying to get to some form of self-love. For anyone who needs reminding that a life worth living can only be born from radical honesty and the courage to shed facades and be you. Finding Me is a deep reflection, a promise, and a love letter of sorts to myself. My hope is that my story will inspire you to light up your own life with creative expression and rediscover who you were before the world put a label on you. That's beautiful. Oh my God. And look how cute she looks in... Stop. She's adorable. I'm a sucker for kids. I'm a sucker for little babies. Oh my God. Now we're on to pick number 7. I'm just getting lucky. Whenever I pick out books that I want to do for vlogs, I feel like it will be more attainable to make the vlog. This is a memoir, see the pattern, about Carrie Forget. And this is a searing, unflinchingly intimate memoir about one young couple caught up in the machinery of America's military system, learning to live and love through war and all that comes after. From what I can understand, this is genuinely what it said. It's about this woman whose husband goes to war and then comes back with PTSD, and she has to learn how to deal with it as his wife, as I think they have kids, as a mother. Not only does he come back like with PTSD, but he also has like an addiction to painkillers, and I think he's also disabled, so now she is also his caretaker as well. So, you know, life really came at her fast. So this is her memoir about how she dealt with all of that, how she's overcome all of that. I'm finding this really interesting. Like, I feel like not a lot is talked about with that. I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like the government loves to say love your troops, but then like when they come home, they pretend that they don't exist. That's just me though. So we have pick number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3 more left to choose. Okay. A new to you author. That's a good one. I feel like the second I looked at it, I wanted to pick it out. You with a View by Jessica Joyce. This is about 2 former high school enemies must unite for a road trip inspired by their grandparents' broken engagement in this electric debut novel. Noelle Shepard is unemployed, living with her parents and grieving the loss of her beloved grandmother when she discovers decades-old photos of Graham and a smitten man tucked alongside a love letter. She creates a TikTok to search for the mystery man, which goes viral, and she's shocked with his grandson response. A man who happens to be her high school nemesis, Theo Spencer. Noelle refused to let Theo's annoying accomplishment in adulthood or a sexy smirk stand in the way of meeting his grandfather and unlocking the secrets he knew about her gram as a young woman. When she learned that their plan to elope were thwarted, Noelle decides to take the honeymoon road trip they planned but never got to carry out. There's a catch though. Paul, Theo's grandfather, asks to come with her, and he insists that Theo joins them. It'll be a miracle if they make it through the trip without Noelle throwing Leo out of the moving car or the bed they end up sharing. As the miles tick by, the tension simmers hotter between them until she discovers that Theo's hiding a secret that could cause their tenuous relationship to end before it can restart. That actually sounds really good. That's a really cool concept that, like, she went on TikTok and made a video about her grandmother being like, does anybody know this man? I also know she wrote another book. I think it's green, but it's like, it's cute. Like the spine is green. It has like something like that. I don't know. Pick number 9. Continue a series. I think I want to continue the Kings of Sin series, because again, these go by so quickly. I feel like this will definitely get me out of a reading slump. The first 3 I read were pretty good. I read King of Wrath, love that one, gave it 4 stars. King of Pride, did not like that one, gave it 2 stars. King of Greed, it was okay, gave it 3 stars. So we'll see about King of Sloth. You are pretty much introduced to every single character in this series, like not right away, but like gradually. So like King of Wrath, you have Dante and Vivian, and Dante's friend is in King of Pride. He's like the main male character. And then in King of Greed, Vivian's like kind of friend, like she knows her, but like they're not like friends, is in King of Greed. And then we have Sloane and Xavier. Sloane is Vivian's best friend, like one of Vivian's best friends. He never wanted anyone enough to chase them until he met her. Charming, easygoing, and rich beyond belief, Xavier Castillo has the world at his fingertips. He also has no interest in taking over his family's empire, much to his father's chagrin. But that hasn't stopped women from throwing themselves at him, unless the woman in question is his publicist. Nothing brings him more joy than riling her up, but when a tragedy forces them closer than ever, he must grapple with the uncertainty of his future, and the realization that the only person immune to his charms is the only one he truly wants. Cool, intelligent, and ambitious Sloane Kensington is a high-powered publicist who's used to dealing with difficult clients. However, none infuriate her or tempt her more than a certain billionaire heir with his stupid dimples and laid-back attitude. She may be forced to work with him, but she'll never fall for him, no matter how fast he makes her heart beat or how thoughtful he is beneath his party persona. He's her client, and that's all he'll ever be. Right? With a question mark. All right, this is our last pick. Here I am thinking, oh my God, this is such a good prompt. This is such a good prompt. I don't know. What fantasy series am I in the middle of? That's the question. That is the question, is it not? I don't think I have anything on my physical TBR where I am in the middle of a fantasy series. You know what I think I will pick though? I think I will pick actually, no, because I'm in the middle of that. I think I'm gonna pick the second book in the Shatter Me series, because I have been itching to get back into that book series for so long. I think that's what I'm gonna pick. Let me go look to see what series I'm actually like in the middle of right now. All right, there are 2 books I'm in the middle of for fantasy series. One is the Shatter Me series, and the other one is the Cruel Prince series. And I actually think I'm gonna have to go with the Cruel Prince series, because I really, really, really want to know what the heck is up with those 2, okay? I want to see what she does. I want to see what they're all about. I want to see what's going on. So basically, if you haven't seen my fantasy reading vlog I put up in January, go check that out. I read the first book in that series, and I'm itching to get to the next one. So that is going to be my next pick. I think it's called The Wicked King, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure, but that's my pick. So to reiterate, we have The Wicked King, King of Sloth, You with a View, Feeding the Soul, The Mistake, The Island, Finding Me, and A Live Day. I think I have a pretty good stack of books right here. Like, look at this. I like it. Okay, that was fun. I love doing TBR videos. They're just so much fun to like think about, because even picking some of these out, I kind of just want to like grab one of these books and just go sit on my couch and read one of them. Like The Island, this one genuinely is calling out my name right now. I would say The Island and King of Sloth and The Mistake, I kind of just want to go over on my couch and read. And then I also get to read Mockingjay. I also get to read Mockingjay this month. Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, it's gonna be a great month. comment a book you are excited to read this month, or if you have read any of the books I picked out. And if you want to see a reading vlog with any of these other books besides the memoirs, because you're probably already going to get a reading vlog, hopefully, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had fun hanging out with you. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me, and I will see you all in the next video. So let me tell you, Artie, please stop. Stop.